We're here at the Houston County High School Forum where both the middle school and the high school are getting ready to start a musical for the parents. They're trying to raise money for a band camp and just to show off their musical skills. This video is brought to you by Mama B's Bakery here in Tennessee. Cakes for all occasions. So we'll see y'all later down the road and hope you enjoy this short musical here put on by, like I said, the middle school and the high school band.
school band made up of, actually this year, mostly 7th graders. Most of the guys in this group have only been playing for about 8 months. And then there are a couple of 8th graders in here. The first piece that we just opened the program with is an overture called Imperium. It's one of the major middle school young band works that's been published in the last few years. The next piece we're going to perform is a Native American type piece named Anasazi, after the Anasazi Indians from several thousand years ago. So I hope you enjoy Anasazi. Next piece we're going to play is the most recently published piece on our program, both high school and middle school, this evening, called Antiquitas. I have no clue where that word came from. I'm just assuming that it means old. And the reason that I say that is there's a part in here, and I'm going to have the low brass section play this section for you just a minute by themselves, from the medieval period when we used to sing in church chants, you know, one line, and you think of the monks and the big cathedrals and everything, called a Dies Irae theme. Dies Irae, literally translated, means day of wrath. And it's been used by composers for hundreds of years to evoke a feeling of doomsday and a sense of final death and judgment. And so that's kind of what this whole piece has going for it. It's really cool. I found this one when I was looking through a catalog one evening over Christmas break, and I said, I think I'm going to get that. I'm glad I did. So before we start, I'm going to have the low brass play a clip of this Dies Irae theme, so when we get to it in the piece, you know what to listen for. Low brass and Dies Irae, that's 38. Okay, we'll play it through the first brass. also one that I found just sort of cruising through a catalog. It's a neat one too. It's called Kilauea, which is supposed to be a musical depiction of the famous Hawaiian volcano. And the cool thing about this piece is it can never be performed the same way by any group, ever. Because there are a couple of sections in it that allow for the students to kind of make up stuff while they're playing in it. So this will be the only time you will ever hear this performed this way. So it's supposed to be a musical depiction of the volcano erupting and the kind of sounds you might hear if you were to go and watch it on a trip to Hawaii. So this is Kilauea. The next piece is a beginning band standard. I like to pull this one out every couple of years. One of the very first, actually the very first middle school group that ever performed in a setup like this that I ever had, they played this piece. It's one that every middle school group plays at some point or another, so it's kind of on like a 2-year rotation so they can all get to play it. This is Robert W. Smith's The Tempest. this group. I have a couple of people I need to thank first. Back in the percussion section, I've got several of my high school percussionists helping us out. We have a very, very small percussion section this year at the middle school. I don't know why, that's one of my favorite sections, but I have several of my high school percussionists helping us out back there, so big thanks to those guys. Most of them have only seen this music once, and so they're kind of still, learning it a little bit, so good job to them. This group on the stage, I would have to say easily, has been probably the most fun group of middle schoolers I've had in the 4 years I've been here, and they have just worked their rear ends off. And they've just been a fabulous, fabulous group. For those of you in the 7th grade, okay, those are the kids who have only been playing for a couple months. They started back in 7th grade. Helping those who are not experienced this time, like it has been in years past. The rookies are the ones up here. No discredit to the 8th grade, but this group of 7th grade by far has exceeded every expectation that I've had all year long. I've got one who actually just switched to the instrument that he's on about 2 months ago, and is not playing the same instrument he was at Christmas. So, that's even less experience, and they're just doing so well, and they're going to make excellent high school musicians someday. I think. I can't wait to have them up here. So we continue the tradition, I guess. Before we play our final piece, also let me remind you there will be a brief intermission while we change the stage to set up for the high school performance. And as soon as the stage is set, we'll get started with the high school concert band. Our final piece, you have to close with the march, is the Golden Eagle March.
We're going to close out now for a brief intermission while they get ready to set up for the high school band.